And we have beavers. Oh, fuck. There are apparently a lot of beavers. What we get? We got alpha beavers and 150 golds. Well, 150 golds. As in, like, you know, instead of just gold. It's not my game. Fox goes red when they're upset in mine. I've just seen some variations of it and I find it interesting. I think this is the point in time where, unfortunately, the little kitty cat birds are going to get destroyed and you guys go back to what you're doing. And that solid bookcase is going to have to get gone too. I made it with the view that it like increases the room and it benefits the stuff and it makes them happy and shit. But I need it for the gold. And what else can we steal? There are gold turrets outside though. I don't super want to take them down. Get rid of the catbirds, which is a bit unfortunate. And the cats will end up sleeping down at the thing, that's fine. I don't think I have any like gold statues. I do have gold weapons. And I've never really seen my people take the time to disassemble stuff like that. I know that you can pull it apart, but I have never actually seen a colonist like, you know, dismantle it and stuff at the proper benches and shit. So I don't know. Either way, how's Jackal doing? Relaxing socially with 2 arms, 2 legs, and 2 eyes. And you're a bit woozy. And my scene is upset about their dull barracks. Love, it ain't gonna get any better. I had to house people. And honestly, the ones that are in like here, there's like nobody even in here. Is that because everybody's, you know what I should do? I just had to say that everybody's like individual beds are just like not their beds for a moment and just kick them out. Although if I do that, I'll kick myself out of my bed. So let me not do that to me and not do that to OG Keelan, because I at least know that I allocated those 2 specifically myself. Let's make everything medical for a second and then unmedical it. Now everybody can go and find a bed, essentially. Unfortunately, some people that are couples are going to go and find like whatever bed. I also just accidentally unallocated the couples from their bed. This is fine. They can figure it out. Look at 130% movement speed though. Yeah. Yeah, you'll probably be the fastest colonist. I didn't even consider that. I have a couple of colonists in Asura, my main colony, that are stupidly fast. And I've said this before that like my colonists can move quickly if they want to. They just don't most of the time. And most of the time I play on normal speed like this, right? And most of them kind of like just, I don't know, drag their feet when they're getting around. And at the same time, out of nowhere, I'll have one colonist just go flying and nobody can catch up to it. And I'm like, there's proof that the game goes fast. It's just a lot of my colonists don't fucking walk fast, you know? And truthfully, a lot of them are probably missing toes or feet or whatever because they've been beaten up a few times. But yeah, I guess it's time to go and fuck up some of these animals. There's even a lynx out here too. Let's go get them fighting. And then we've got another one of these spots down here. So I kind of want to grab, there was a spare one. That one can't reach anything yet. But do I have 3 here or is it just 2? It's just a 2. I had an extra one on one that I couldn't reach that I was going to move. Like that one. Is that going to be able to reach it from there? Not really. I'm guessing they're shooting at the alpha beavers up the top because I'm not seeing, there we go, that rhino's going to revenge. It should be okay. I've got like 3 people here. Oh, there's actually 3 rhinos here. Okay, that changes things. How about you guys walk back towards the turrets? I'm also hunting like a whole bunch of shit up there, so here's hoping that the turrets hold. You guys keep moving. Because they'll move through the turrets. There we go. You guys can sit on that corner and shoot them if you want. Cool. Okay, so that's nice that works. I want the auto turrets made though. Alpha beavers are attacking. Well, it looks like it went okay. I think enough people went up there to attack them. And what was that? Purchase a flash storm. Heal. Imagine if I had the perk for higher movement speed too, or trait. Yeah, there is also a fast walking trait. That is also something to think of too, is one of my colonists must have that. Oh, sick, uranium. We have nothing that's making that except, hang on a ticket, this little art bench. Let's make sure there's no uranium. I don't want you to be using steel or none of this stuff. And you've already been limited on your blocks. And the alpha beavers are attacking again. Oh, come on, Keelan. I need you to move back, mate. And something else is landing. Come on, run through the gunfire towards people. I don't know about my scene, but there we go. Turrets are in action. That's the best thing about having the turrets. Okay, my scene's basically fucked there. Alright. And the other one must be attacking as well. What was that? We got a psychic soothe as well. It's 900 steels. That should allow us to actually like make a lot of the things in the base at this point. And the alpha beavers are going off again. Jackal. First hunt post operations. Mate, come on, you can do it. Is that gun just shit? We need to get you a better gun, mate. Back up. Back up. Get into the group. What is your gun? Gear. It's just a normal charge rifle. You've got armor and shit too. Okay, you should be close enough at this point. Your shooting set is very low. No, you're a 10. It's not that low. Fucking hell, Keelan, get out of the pile. Okay. Yeah, it's not low, it's just for some reason you can't aim with that thing. And the alpha beavers go again. Because of course they do. Oh shit, that's actually a pack. Hold on, all of yous move downwards. That's like 4 of them. You guys get into turret range. My scene's gonna go down on her own. You guys get all down beyond the turrets. My scene will get knocked down finally. She'll be knocked out of her thing. Yeah, 10. You shut up. My scene gets knocked out. It'll be like one of the best things for her because she's just out here roaming in like the plane of fucking, I don't know, this. Oh shit, she tanked it. She tanked it. Wow. She's gonna die though. Okay, she's gonna eventually go down and I'll be like, where is she? And she's too far from the... She's gotta go all the way in here to get inside. So... I also kind of feel like, oh, Lenza, mate. Oh, there's no turrets over here, buddy. I can't save you from that. That's at 18 hours of pure death. And what about Nuke? What is Nuke doing? Nuke's just out here fucking bleeding out again. It's classic Nuke. Josh, mate, can you try to... You're not going to be able to, but can you rescue her? And one of the Keelons, one of you two, come and rescue Lenza. And I guess this thing's on its way through and none of the turrets are up and running. I know one of them is. There's a couple up this way that are running. I've just got to get these fuckers built and powered, you know. Alpha Beaver Revenge is still happening, but it's okay. You looked at the package for something and wondered, what the hell is it? Designer think here they ever tried unpacking their package? Yeah, I have before. I've also like looked at packages before and been like has this thing been like hand packaged or is this like is somebody taking the time to do this to every one of their packages or what, you know? And then thinking about like, you know, the time that they spend doing that and whether or not it's included in the cost of shipping and shit, you know? Yes, I definitely have. Although the only time like I've had like really nice packaging and stuff that I'm like, yeah, no, I can see the value in like what I paid for and stuff was when I got my the engagement ring for my partner when I went to propose to him and stuff. It was made and sent from Greece, and yeah, that was pretty cool. It was like really nicely packaged and stuff, and like the person also knew what I wanted the ring for as well, because like, yeah, Australian like hand sizes for like men's ring is stupid. There's like nothing really like nice in Australia for like designs and shit. And so yeah, I ended up having to like, I was gonna say I had to outsource to like anywhere else in the world, but yeah, no, that was worth it. I was like, I didn't really mind the fact that like, that is a lot of fire. I didn't mind the fact that like I probably paid extra to get something shipped from like halfway across the world and like, you know, in good condition and arrive like safely and pretty and shit. That was nice. Oh, you wasted a pair of pants, mate. On the pile you go. Is this thing nearly made yet or what? We should have enough stuff to make stuff, you know? But yeah, whenever I've ordered like piercings and stuff, like replacement like earrings and piercings and stuff, it's almost always like excessive packaging for the tiniest little item. And I'm like, why have I got a giant box for something that's like not even the size of my nail, you know? I just spent 10 minutes trying to unpack. Weird bag chips applying so much force after getting the initial opening. Just completely ripped the bag in half the moment it gave way. Stupid 6 times stacked package pieces of what? It's because it does not want the bag effing weird wedge shaped. So now I have to sit here and collect chips all over my room and zest. Okay, so I'm at the stage in my life where I'm like, fuck it, if I can't open a bag of chips or something like that, or if it's like stupidly designed, I have like a little mini set of scissors in like my cutlery drawer, and I just like use that to cut them open and stuff. That's all it does, is it cuts open packages and stuff, because I'm also just sick of like, you know, when shit just makes a mess unnecessarily, you know. It's very unfortunate, Keelan. It's unfortunate. Was it spelled wrong? Oh yeah, it was. No, it's all good. But yeah, I'm kind of like, with that sort of stuff. It's kind of like how, like I also learnt, like with jars and shit like that, you can wedge a knife up under the cap and pop the lid, essentially. Start using a knife for that. Yeah, if you just have like a dedicated, like, food handling or food considered safe, whatever tool for just doing stuff like that, you can save yourself a lot of like effort cleaning and, you know, fucking around with stuff like that sort of thing. I want to see gear. Well, I also want to see weapons, because I do have to allocate you guys to have weapons, I guess. But I've found at least having something like that has been pretty useful. It's especially useful for, you know, when like you got little like ramen satchels. I get this more so with like ramen stuff, right? Is, you know, when you get a, I don't know, one of those like little oil sack things that come with the, fuck's sake, Beatrice, you're gonna get your ass handed to you by a fucking turret at this rate, love. There's a lot of Keelons in this area. Somebody go beat her up. Oh, you got the wood. Oh my god, I got to see the wood in action. Fantastic. I've been wanting to see somebody bean somebody else with a piece of wood this whole time, since you guys like dropped me a piece of wood. It's fantastic. Yeah, no, with like instant noodles and stuff like that, sometimes you get ones where the satchel of oils that you're supposed to pour into it or something like that is like, it's like you gotta rip it with your teeth kind of stuff. And I'm like, I really just want to carefully open it and pour it in. And yeah, sometimes that means actually like taking the time to just snip it. Especially those tri-pack ones, I just snip those now straight across and I can just dump it straight in. Just so much more useful. That looks like some cargo pods. What'd we get? Oh, we got food. And Joru is just immediately on that pile of food. We got an autocar. Let's get that out of there. I forgot that I built that there, which means, yep, I forgot I built that one there too. I want them built outside. This is fine. This is what I want. I don't know how well it works, but I assume that that's a fucking problem. I think once it's between here, it can't get it, which I couldn't see with this. I thought its range was this, but apparently it's that. I mean, realistically, it could protect us once shit's in here, but I do feel like it's going to set the place on fire. I feel like I'd rather have that more like in the open ass center of this place. Like if I had no requirement to build a ship in the center here, I'd probably plop the cannon here, which honestly I could still just move this and build this here and just move the electricity and crap. Is it still protected? So let's see if we can build any of this ship stuff. Looks like yes, sort of. I can build some of it. Okay, I need to see an image of how these things go together. Where was my quick image? Had you save somewhere? There, maybe? It tells me what I need for this. I need to see that. That's not helping me. Hold on. Yeah, there's the image. There it is. Okay, so I need like a reactor thing probably first. Okay, so I think the one we need first is this thing, and fuck knows like how we want it to go. Probably about here somewhere. It's not going to like sit evenly because this isn't an even map, so we're going to plonk that there. As long as we can get that down first. I'm sure I probably also need a wall around this, but I don't know how big this is going to be. I need these two to be gone. What was that? It was a mortar. Oh yeah. Where did that drop? I have a mortar in the base and I wanted to build a second one. There's one. I kind of want to build one here. I feel like that's going to be a problem for a lot of people if I build that there. Because like if they happen to pop in other spots, I want to be able to fight them, you know, in those spots. Is it like with the Inamori Megorin, you get the onion flavor, soy sauce, chili oil. Yeah, those are the ones I'm talking about, as the Megorin ones. Like I get the spicy one, and like I'll like soak the noodles and then drain it completely, and then I want to add the seasoning to it as like dry wet noodles kind of thing, or dry cooked noodles. And yeah, I like to be able to just like add it all from one size, but you've got to kind of like shake up the oil sachet side because it's always got like the solid bits in it. And I used to try to open the oil and the soy sauce from opposite ends, like one side and the opposite side, right? And that way it wouldn't make such a mess because it would be turned upside down and not able to drip or get on my hands or whatever from the opposite end. Now, as long as I can push it down just a tiny bit at the top, I can just cut straight across and then I can just pour it straight out, and it's straight out. You know, it's great. I guess I'm just a gorilla that can't apply the correct amount of force. Nah, it's nothing like that, Keelan. You can pop a jar for that. There's always a risk of chipping off pieces of glass into food or straight up breaking a jar. Oh, no, I'm talking about like the twist top type jars. So when I lived alone, even when I did like my weightlifting, my bodybuilding and shit, right, there were still days where like I don't have the wrist strength to twist. And so when I was trying to open jars and stuff and I lived alone, I'm like, I couldn't open shit sometimes. And a lady I worked with, she's like, was in kind of the same situation, much older than me at the time, but she was like, hey, what you can do is you can get like a flat butter knife, and where the underscrew part of the lid starts, you can just kind of like put the tip of the blade in that spot, the blunt, obviously, like butter knife in that, and then slide it forwards a little bit and then slide it up and then like lift a little bit, and it will pop it and it will allow like the seal to get broken, so then you can twist it and stuff, and it's easy. Because a lot of people would also recommend like smashing it against like a bench, like the edge of the actual jar that go tap tap on like the edge of a surface, but that has a risk of also breaking the jar into the food as well. Whereas the way that I do it with the butter knife, I'm only working on the thread of the twisty bit, so I'm not actually up in where the food is. And frankly, if it breaks at that twisty bit, there's a lot more going wrong with that particular packaging than, you know, than I want to eat it for. You know, I need this to do forever all human-like corpses. There we go. And until we get the other one built, I don't really need to worry about animals at the moment. This is fine. And the power went off just as Nuke was going to go and do it. I should have built it on this side. We would have had the electricity. I need to get the power up over here. This is why I'm trying to do this. But yeah, as for the other stuff, I figure it's mostly just because like I am 37, so I'm tired of like trying to deal with a lot of stuff, like trying to open shit that's like poorly designed and stuff. So I'm much more willing to be like, you know what, I'll just do this particular easy thing with the scissors or whatever, you know. I'm just so done with the manhandling of a lot of like poor designs and whatever. Like when I was younger, I would have just sat there and like nibbled at it with my teeth and like ripped it and stuff, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't super love doing that anymore because like I'm like, what if I damage my teeth? I'm like, then I've got to like pay for dentistry shit and stuff. So yeah, it's just a change of mindset that I think eventually happens as you grow older. You just get tired of like doing shit, you know? It says it's 100% of the time. Not enough effort to waste on that. I used to do that, but then I realized the broth is really nice. So I actually, when I started eating like instant noodles and stuff, like when I was a kid through to early adulthood, I only ever ate noodles as like a full proper broth. And like I had like shin ramen noodles and stuff like that I'd eat as like a broth every day and whatever, right? But at some point in time, I just didn't want the water. At some stage in like my early 20s, I just stopped wanting to have like the heap of the water with it. I didn't want it watered down anymore. And I had kind of started going towards like the really, really spicy kinds of foods. Like, you know, the spicy shin ramens and stuff like that. Now I'm up to the 2 times spicy buldak noodles, which is what I eat nowadays. And yeah, I literally just I just like cook the noodles. I have like a specific amount of time that these things cook for. Like I think shinramu is like you soak them for like 10 minutes. The buldak are 5, the migorian are 5 or 10 if you want them to be super hot with a broth kind of thing. But even so, if I'm going to have it with a broth, I only have it with a very small amount of water so it stays nice and strong. I'm not somebody that likes to have like weak flavored things. Like, for instance, when people talk about adding like a bit of lemon to water or something, I would rather have like anywhere between 5 to 6 fully squeezed lemons in a cup to water ratio. Whatever left after the 6 lemons is water. And even then it might be a little bit weak for me kind of thing, you know. I don't like things to have the flavor essence of taste, you know, or the thought of flavor, you know. I like it to be like strong enough that I know that I'm drinking something that isn't water for the most part. Also, this fire has like absolutely decimated this whole area out here. And I guess at some point I missed it detonating the warhead thing, anti-grain warhead on the bunny. So I guess that's what went kaboom at one point. I missed it. I hope they rebuild that, because I'd like to see that. Also, catatonic Keelon, mate, you're only just in the tunnel. Let's get this Keelon to come rescue you. Actually, Alex is closer. Let's get Alex to rescue. Yeah. And there's a food binge from Josh. We are cremating stuff as we're going. I'm just doing it the same way. But Mr. Gorilla over here broke multiple jars like that and chipped threads. The countless more. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I don't know. Like, everybody has, like, a bit of a hack. Like, there was also... At one point in time, they used to sell this, like, little... It looked like a doily, but it was, like, made out of this silicone stuff. And it was, like, a kitchen doily kind of thing or whatever. And the idea was you were supposed to put, like, hot or warm things on it and or use it to open jars and stuff. That thing was actually really good. But they didn't last very long. And when they stopped... like working, when they finally like broke down and needed to be replaced, they were no longer like purchasable anywhere. So I don't know if it was like just the early 2000s fad thing, or like I guess late 2000s towards the 2010s or whatever. Everybody's having a tantrum and a boom rat just blew up. So can I get Josh, mate? I know you're going to go eat chocolate, but can you hit that soothe? So that we can calm the ever-loving fuck down. Like, if I could find a second one, I'd pop that. Activate that. Let's get everybody fucking happy again. Because, my god. Yeah, research screen. Flat screen, moisture pump. I don't want to research them. Auto door, psychic tea, psychic breathing. We could take it all the way back to the beginning and get some of these, like, cocoa and stuff. Go do tree sowing. I'd like to grow them some chocolate. Hide in the room. It's soaking wet. I don't know if this thing has to be covered. It'd be bad if it's not. So I need to add something else to this. I've added that. What else is the pictures? Because it doesn't kind of tell you. Co-housing the machine. Machine persona who can guide the ship through challenge. Yeah, right. Alright, let's find that image again. It's just somewhere down on it, as long as it's connected somewhere. Okay, so I probably need a couple of those these things. I was gonna say, I'm like, everybody kind of like builds it like forwards. I'm like, can't you just like, sorry, can't you like just, not quite like that, but can't you just do something like this? Or is it that you can't fit the pods between it? I'm guessing that that's what it is. Sorry, I kind of wanted to like make something stupid, but I'll put one up the front. Oh, it's not even level. Oh, it's not even level. Put one on the back then. Put two on it for the moment, and I'll look at that picture again. I don't even think that that's right. I know, I can put it on the back. Why is it not centered? Are they no longer centered or something, or did I not rotate this? Oh no, I know what I gotta do. I gotta put this on. We're going sideways then, if that's the case. Go like that. There we go. That's how you do this shit. And Josh has got inspired taming. Nice. I suppose in all fairness, with the broth, I used to just cook the meat in a stove, 2-3 packages at once. So I've always just boiled the jug and just poured water in and then let it soak. Because, like, a little bit of it is just, like, pure laziness. I also didn't have, like, a lot of, like, pots and pans and stuff when I moved out. And what I did have, I just didn't want to wash. Like, I had a dishwasher, but, like, I still hated having to do the dishes, like, every night or so when I lived by myself. I didn't have to do them every single night because I just didn't make that much of a mess. But especially when I got to, like, when I was at work, I'd need to have boiled water to be able to eat it for lunch. And when I got injured and I could no longer carry, like, even a small amount of weight, I couldn't move, like, I couldn't move the pot of water from the sink to the stove and stuff if I wanted to. So a lot of what I ate changed throughout the years and stuff because of that. Plus, in general, I have a 50-50 ratio of completely fucking up food if I cook it. It's just like this, like, natural talent that I have that essentially, like, if it has to add heat to it to cook, it's probably going to either end up the most amazing thing I've ever tasted that I can never make again, or it's going to be the most bland, inedible thing that I literally, like, can't stomach, you know? And yeah, they're the two settings that I get. Even if I cook two things at the exact same time, I will result in, like, if it's from the same materials and I'm cooking it simultaneously, it will end up like a half of the batch is shit and half of it's not. So yeah, my partner is very impressed with my ability to fuck up food. I also have this natural, like, what do you call it, clumsiness as well. So sometimes when I'm, like, preparing food or I'm getting stuff out of the fridge and stuff, I'll have, like, 100% anime girl moment where, like, I pick something up and then it's suddenly airborne and, like, bouncing around, like me trying to, like, grab it, and it's, like, fucking flipping everywhere, and then it lands in the bin behind me. You know, I do that to my water bottle every so often. So yeah, because my, like, OC hygiene, depending on which water bottle it is and how fresh the bin is, I can't always, like, use it. So I sometimes have to replace it and stuff. But yeah, that's generally what happens, is it kind of, like, bumbles around like a fucking football and then lands in the bin, or it breaks on the floor, or I cook it and it's amazing and then I promptly drop it unintentionally. So I do that a lot. I've had a lot of times where I've been in a position where, like, it's like the only food I have in the house and I can't afford more food or replacement. I have nothing else. And then I'll go to get it out of the oven and I'll drop it and it'll be face down. And the cat will have decided to have puked, like, a second beforehand or something, and I won't have noticed or something. Like, all the scenarios line up, you know? And yeah, so it's not edible. So I have talents. They're just, like, not super useful in the kitchen for the most part. Let me have some of my drink, hold on. Anti-grain warhead went boom. Need to send more. Once upon a time, there was a claw with teeth inside that lets you squeeze it around the lid and twist it easily. Yeah, that used to exist as well. It used to be good. Yeah, I want to put a few of these trap things around the place too. I do want to, like, make these. I don't want to, like, Mega Soft Revenge. I don't want them to be too close to each other. Oh, we got Lenza and Keelon. Come on, get out of there. I'm curious if this thing would fire, but it's got no power. Oh, Keelon's got confused. Come on, guys. I gotta run you back through the turrets. At least run back through the turret, because the other nuke's gonna get out of there. I don't think you can actually craft the anti-grain warhead. I think you can only buy it. So, I've got a couple